I'm Diane Cohen, Executive Director of Finger Lakes Reuse, a nonprofit organization that reduces waste and transforms reusable materials into jobs and job training opportunities. At the beginning of the pandemic in the US, Finger Lakes Reuse closed its doors to its 2 reuse centers, and the majority of our staff were laid off. Fortunately, the video conference for global learning was able to give us training, support, and access to a platform that has allowed Finger Lakes Reuse really important technology uh, in order to maintain connection with community members and with co-workers. Even just yesterday, I was able to invite leaders from 8 different local organizations, including county government, workforce development, economic development. We had 12 people in a meeting, and it was very exciting as we got together to align our visions for how to make positive change in this community. This video conferencing has been very important to our ability to provide support to those who we serve, and as we work to resume our efforts to reduce waste, relieve poverty, support community. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Ben Callison. I'm Managing Director of Borneo Orangutan Survival UK. We are a orangutan charity working to save the Bornean orangutan in Indonesia. We have a global network of offices around the world, and through the pandemic, we've had many challenges to try to find unique and interesting ways to engage our supporters. And luckily we were able to partner with video conferencing for global learning, which allowed us to reach our global network on Earth Day, which was fantastic for us to get our message out to hundreds of people. And we've continued our partnership with video conferencing for global learning through our school engagement here in the UK. And we are planning webinar series with our other offices across the world, so we can start to bring more professionals and scientists to the forefront of our work and have them talk about the important conservation we're doing. So we're very proud to be partnering with Video Conferencing for Global Learning. They've been a great partner for us, and we look forward to expanding this in the future.
Due to lockdown and social distancing, in Redbridge, we were not able to run the training and support sessions that we had organized as the training hub for Autism Education Trust. Video conferencing for global learning gave me personalized training, support, and access to a platform that now allows me to run webinars for teachers, social workers, speech and language therapists, head teachers, carers, and many other professionals. It is really important I do this in my role, as I deliver training and support from early years to post-16 education from the Autism Education Trust and on behalf of Redbridge Council. I would not have thought this was possible, but thanks to VCfGL training and support, I have now been able to use a video conferencing platform and technology that saves me time, allows me to reach out people from everywhere, and it makes it all fun.
With Mei Mei and her students from the affiliated high school of Chongqing University in Taiwan.
This is a case of marine creatures versus human beings. The course is now in session.
Now, you will be very, very shocked at the photos I'm about to show you. Here is the first photo. Here is the second photo. What are your thoughts about these photos?
Prosecution. You may.
Hi, I'm Josh Huberman. I manage an artist called Jaguar Twin on Atlantic Records. And like most artists in the music industry, when the pandemic hit, everybody was trying to figure out, what do we do? Live touring just all but completely stopped, and artists are nothing without their fan communities. And so Jaguar Twin has a history of being involved with mindfulness and meditation. It's really been important to him in his mental state, and he just realized with all of his fans locked down that this was going to be a time where other anxieties and mental issues were going to pop up. And so he wanted to figure out what he could do, to support his fan base and have a positive impact during unique and crazy time. So luckily, video conferencing for global learning provided us with training and support and a much needed webinar platform. And we were able to start doing free webinars every Tuesday where Roy, along with one of his guided meditation experts out of Germany, would just do an open webinar session.
I'm Maggie Virginia. I'm an English professor at a federal university in Brazil. I'm based in Bahia. And during this pandemic, due to lockdown and social distance, all the teachers were isolated, and it probably came to find a way to get everybody together. And I never had organized an online event, and video conferencing for global learning gave me all this training, support, and access to an amazing online platform. So I'm here to thank you for all of you done video conference for global learning, especially for those teachers that needed training.
COVID-19 throughout the whole pandemic, and due to lockdown and social distancing, Glade Primary School, like all other schools across the country, were not able to see our children or to be able to teach them. School closures were announced so quickly at the end of March. The training was mostly done remotely through video conferencing. And what video conferencing for global learning gave us training, support, and access to a platform that now allows us to video conference for regular lessons and gives us the opportunity to stay connected with our children and their families. I mean, it ensures that we can monitor not just for learning and progress with their learning, but actually their well-being as well, and make sure the children are okay and safe at home. We would not have thought it possible, but thanks to VCfGL training and support, we have now been able to stay connected through weekly staff meetings, phase meetings, and we're even carrying out performance managements with our staff during this period. CPD, meetings around vulnerable children and their families with parents and outside agencies, for example, social workers and educational psychologists. So who would have thought that all this would have been possible due to video conferencing for global learning? So thank you.
Paula Jacobs, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker in Ithaca, New York. You know, when all of this lockdown happened in New York, I was really worried about not being able to provide therapy for my many clients. And so I'm incredibly grateful that this platform has been available. This has been a time of enormous stress for a lot of people who are living in isolation. So both my clients and I were fortunate that video conferencing for global learning was able to give us training, support, and access to a platform that enabled therapy sessions to resume. And I found that this has been so successful that I'm going to think about continuing a lot of online work when this is done. I've been able to understand people's feelings and see what's happening and touch into some very deep issues that I never thought would be possible over the internet. So I'm grateful, and my clients are very, very grateful that this has been available to us. Thank you.